1.5.
Yeah.
Yo, we're live. Does it show on the YouTube?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't
Bro, it's our first time.
know. We're going live first time, baby. What is
Hold
good?
on, let me see. You can go ahead.
All right.
Do the intro. Do the intro. You know how it is.
Let me check real quick. I'll do it right now. I promise.
Bienvenidos.
Bro, this is
One watching.
I'll do it right now. Oh yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Oh, bro.
Yeah, we're good. What's
All
up?
right, cool. Yo, what is good, bro? We are live. This is our
That's
first
good.
live podcast. So welcome to the Bay's Fuego and Teresa podcast. Special edition for y'all.
For real, it's our first time doing this.
Hell yeah.
So thank you for your patience.
Hell yeah. What is good, everybody? Hope you guys are all having a great afternoon, night, wherever you're at in the world.
The Warriors won! Woo! Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bro, the Warriors parade's gonna be sick. Can't wait to go.
Yeah, the Warriors going to be hella dope, bro. I can't wait.
In the city. It's gonna be the first time in the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
So wait, they never. Oh yeah, because I've been in Oakland Coliseum.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they were at Oracle for
The Oracle for hella long.
Yeah, for forever.
Well, wasn't there weren't they in the city for a little bit?
Yeah, they used to be the San Francisco Warriors.
And then they moved to Oakland for a little bit, and then they moved back.
Yeah,
right?
they moved back. Okay. Yeah, they moved to Chase Center.
I can't wait, bro.
Yeah, so it's gonna be dope.
I'll be working over there, so you guys might see me out there.
Yeah, go support the Warriors. You guys are able to. That's gonna be a dope parade. I've personally never been to any of them ever since they won. So, so I'm gonna try and make it. Yeah, I always had to work, but I never called off because everybody called off. So I was like, nah, they're gonna be hella short staffed. So I just.
Oh, you had a different job back then too, so it was difficult, right? Back then you were working in the city. You were working like a Monday through Friday.
No, when they won, the last time they won.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. What the hell? Why didn't
you
know?
You were working. You had a way different job, so it was difficult. Now that you got different schedule, then you can actually enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm off, so I'm able to go enjoy it. So that's gonna be dope.
Because it's gonna be on Juneteenth. I mean, some places are actually acknowledging the day off.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, and then some other places don't, even though it's a federal holiday. Yeah. I don't get it, but Warriors Parade, woo!
Yeah. And then shout out my boy Big Dogs TV. If you guys watch him, he's hella dope. He was the fake Klay that got kicked out that made national headlines.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that. I didn't even know that there was a such thing as a fake Klay.
Yeah, so I mean, if you guys are able to see his YouTube video, it's pretty dope. I watched it, but yeah, he ended up getting.
Can you explain to people who don't know who that guy is?
So I don't know his actual name, so I apologize, my dude. Hopefully, I'll do the research. But yeah, he has a channel, Big Dogs TV, and basically he does pranks. And he did one years ago where he went to Oracle, and he looks similar to Klay Thompson. So he went to Oracle, and he was able to bypass all security and everything, and then he was able to go into the Coliseum. He ended up parking in the employees' parking lot and all that. So he was set. He went to the game and everything was fine. But this time he went to Chase Center in San Francisco, and and he bypassed the security right away. He went into the Warriors, basically where they play basketball. So he went inside the arena, into the court. Yeah, he went inside the arena, into the court, and he was shooting a couple of shots. And then eventually security caught on that it wasn't Klay Thompson, so they escorted him out. And at first he was fine. They weren't really upset. They just said he shouldn't do that, and that he should maybe stay away from the stadium or from the arena.
They gave him a warning first?
Yeah, they gave him a warning. Yeah, so they gave him a warning. They told him to stay away, and then he was like, I paid for my tickets. I paid $10,000 for my tickets. He's like, am I still able to come? They're like, yeah, it's fine. But he didn't stay away. He stuck around the arena, and he was taking pictures with fans, and a lot of fans thought that he was Klay Thompson until the vice president of Chase Center, he came out and gave him a paper pretty much saying that he's banned for life. And he has that said letter posted on his video, and even posted on social media. So you guys want to check him out. But yeah, free my boy fake Klay.
Hashtag free fake Klay.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, that was going on there in the finals, so that was cool. And luckily the Warriors won too, so it was,
I just made that night.
Cool.
I was here. We were working on the podcast, and we were just watching it here, and just what?
Yeah, it was dope. It was a dope finale.
It was a good game.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Celtics gave it their best, but just Curry was just hitting those threes like it was nothing, bro.
Hell yeah. It was a freaking crazy game.
He was the MVP, hit those threes, bro.
Yeah, everybody had a good finals. Wiggins had a good finals.
He had great finals. Fucking Wiggins, bro. He was like
finals.
everything. I would hear his name every 2 seconds because he's either blocking something or making a shot.
Yeah, he was out though. Yeah, so he was there. He was always there for like the pivotal moments when like the Celtics were like building momentum on their side. And they looked like either they were gonna come back or take the lead. He always was there to like stop it, either a defensive stop or he'll like score that like basket that they needed at the moment.
Yeah, he has a lot of potential. He's very young, so I mean, he has a lot of potential to be like an MVP. He plays really well. Like he was sticking them in from threes. He was blocking very well. Like I wouldn't be surprised like in the next few years if he becomes like the MVP.
Hell yeah! And then Draymond hit that nice jumper last game when exactly the same moment the Celtics were coming back. They were in a good run in the third quarter, and he just hit that jumper, and it was like stopped all the momentum there. And then from there, it shifted back to the Warriors, and they just damn. What a game!
Shout out to the Steve Kerr too, right? Like the fucking he was a player and he was a coach, right?
Yeah.
I don't know too much about him, but
from
what I hear, right?
Yeah, he won 3 rings with Jordan, and the Bulls. And then they're like second dynasty run, so that was dope. Yeah, I think he has like 5. I was checking the stats. He has like 5 rings as a player and 4 as a coach.
Oh shit! Yeah, but almost tied up.
Sheesh, he's dope.
And then people wonder how he does so well.
Hell yeah! So that's why the parade's gonna be hella sick tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy.
Monday,
or not tomorrow. Monday. I'm already jumping ahead. I'm so excited. Oh yeah, that finals got me too excited.
man, I'll be there, so I'll be working the parade.
Yeah,
you guys will see me.
Hell yeah,
you'll be out there either way, huh?
Might have to rock the t-shirts. We're doing some race out there.
Let's go. I wish I could.
That with the jersey, like I'll take turns. I'll
rock the jersey hell yeah!
And then I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna switch back to the shirt, and then switch back to the. Just keep switching back and forth.
Yeah, we did this live because originally we were gonna have somebody on, but they had to take care of a few other things, so
so. We did
next time, it's all good.
Yeah, so we did an
impromptu,
and just went we went live, our first live, so it's a special edition on this Friday night.
Yeah,
for all the lucky people out there, and for the honeys who are waiting for us to hop on live. We made it.
What a day.
We have made it.
By the way, shout out to Alex from Playing with Fire for coming on last time. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, that was a great episode.
That was a lot of fun, bro. Yeah. I'm sure we're still posting clips of that episode, so just be aware.
Yeah.
No, because for me, I wanted to have him on just because I think like he's such an important figure in the sense of like he's helping men like just learn game in the sense of like, there's a lot of men that don't know game, and so I feel like he's doing a service to men in the sense of helping men be able to send that text confidently and without reservations and be a little bit more creative. Because sometimes like this comes back to the culture of like, if you don't have a father figure or you don't know, or maybe your father figure wasn't into game or for whatever reason, like maybe he just got married very early or whatever. So it's kind of important to have somebody like that to kind of help men develop the kind of confidence so they can be the type of man and send those type of messages so they can get, have a good time with women. Not just, like, of course, sexually, but, like, in terms of, like, get with women, just, like, enjoy their company. Because women are very fun to be around with.
Hell yeah. That's for sure.
So it's, so that's why I want to say thank you to Alex for all that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and just to add on that, help build the skills so that you can learn from your mistakes, too. Because I think there's a lot of reasons why we, as, like, not as men, but I guess when we're trying to date, there's a lot of reasons why we fail with women, and we miss our blind spots. So we think we're doing this the right way. So to have somebody out there show you like the right path, so that you can kind of learn from mistakes you made, even privately. Like if you watch a video and you're like, "Oh, I made that mistake," then you can learn from it because, one, if you have trust in the teacher, and then number two, if you take the action, listen to the guidance, then that would definitely help you out. So. It's cool that he's out there doing that. Yeah. And you could tell he's a good teacher too, right? Yeah. I mean, he has evidence. So like if you go to his website on the forums, he has like evidence of his ability to be with women. So that's good, right? Because there's a lot of men out there, like, especially like if we were to be in a community or whatever, like in the YouTube space, especially like in the manosphere, I guess, there's a lot of like con artists. So you have to really just like swim with caution. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta be careful. I guess that would be my advice. Like if you're into game or you're like learning game, then I would listen to a lot of coaches and follow all that. Like not all of it, but try to follow a lot of advice and also kind of see if there's any similarities between coaches, and then try them out so that you can see the right from the wrong. I think that's the best. I think that's the most practical way you can advance and like learn about game, because that's what I learned. I listened to a whole lot of teachers and just took all their advices, and when I saw that some of them worked, that they were bad advice, then I would just stop and I would just keep the ones that worked.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. So, or works for you, right? Or find the thing that works for you more, right?
So hopefully men out there, hopefully that episode really helps. I noticed a lot on TikTok that a lot of men liked it. So I think like just the clips that we just posted. So I think it's a lot of gems there.
I think for TikTok, I think even a red. I mean, maybe there is, but I haven't seen it. There isn't a red pill or manosphere space in TikTok. So the content tends to be very like social justice warrior types, right? And the type of advice that they tend to give isn't very practical. So to actually have somebody who gives practical, direct, no BS advice in a platform that's full of like, look at the color of my hair and, just say hi, or some very generic, witty, whitewash like advice, is that very practical, is actually very helpful to a lot of men. Yeah, I've been noticing that TikTok is actually getting a lot of views. Surprisingly. Yeah, so
it's really helping out for sure, which is cool. And he even gave us a little example too of a conversation he was having with the ladies. So be sure to check that one out for sure.
Was it about frame control or shit test? Shit test, right?
I think it was shit test.
Yeah. It was interesting.
So that one's gonna be posted too. So you guys stay tuned for that. Or watch the damn episode.
It's only 43 minutes. It's on YouTube. Like, subscribe down too. Might as well. It's just one click.
Yeah, like, subscribe. Hook your boys up for sure.
Oh man.
So that was a dope episode for sure. And just kind of seeing how it goes, see how everything goes.
That's why we had Kevin Ray Wilder, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was really cool. I really liked him on. He was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was actually able to explain himself like to the fullest, which is really cool.
Heck yeah.
Like understand his philosophy.
Heck yeah. That dude's heck of a
Love that dude. Yo.
Heck yeah. Like, I'm trying to think of. I feel like there's something else I want to talk about.
Like topics?
Yeah, like a topic. There's something else I want to cover.
Is hella hot out here? No, I'm just hella juiced about this parade, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's gonna be dope.
It's been a minute. It's be the first one in the city.
Hell yeah.
Can't stop thinking about it.
It's gonna be hella dope.
What are you thinking about? Like, let me help you out. Like, what topic?
Yeah, because I think off air, I had two topics I wanted to bring up. I want to talk about the Warriors, and I don't know if there's another sports topic that I want to talk about, bro. It's like, I don't remember what I told you. Because there's two topics before we jumped on, but I can't think of the second one
now. Sports-wise or dating-wise?
No, I think it was sports-wise.
If
you have more on dating, we go ahead. I can't really think. Oh, yeah, I got it.
All right, go ahead.
I guess I can segue back into dating.
All right, cool.
Because I mean, it's technically where I'm.
That's kind of what we're doing anyway.
That's kind of where I'm headed anyway.
All right, cool. That's what I was gonna go to.
So another thing that I wanted to mention was that just want to celebrate that there will be World Cup games happening at the Levi Stadium where the 49ers play. So special shout out on that. We went to this event in Oakland for Dia de los Muertos, and the mayor there we spoke about this on that older episode already, but pretty much. We just imagined, right? We just started imagining, like, oh, what if they actually came out here? Like, what if they came? Like, what if there actually was a game out here? Like, we were able to go check it out. Hopefully, Mexico plays out here. That'd be dope. Even the United States, that'd be dope.
Hell yeah,
that'd be dope. Even
Mexico, I have the jersey for it too.
That'd be sick. Like, that's why I specifically want to play out here, either the United States or Mexico. But if any big teams, like big teams, but big countries come out here, like a Brazil, Argentina. Germany.
Fuck it, I still wear my shirt. I don't give a fuck.
Like, hell yeah.
Still represent,
bro. You're in the bag.
Light skin Mexican. Here we go.
I come with it. There used to be jerseys. I don't know if they make anymore, but it used to be like it would be like a half a jersey. It would be a jersey, but it'd be half. It would be like the Mexico like jersey, but then it would be like the Mexican, because there's like leagues inside Mexico,
Mm.
so it would be like the Mexico League team. So like for example, I like America, so it would be like half America, half Mexico, and it was a whole jersey. Yeah, I remember when I had one, I was like, I got that when I was like 18. Yeah, I got that when I was 18. So you would see a lot of fans with those type of jerseys too. Those look hella sick too.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking forward to, and then also too, like it's gonna be cool because there's gonna be a lot of tourists. There's gonna be a lot of people coming.
Specifically, when the opposite gender is that
I'm I want them to have a good time. But like, bro. I mean, I want like whoever is coming from.
You just want to be a very loving host, don't you?
Some people need the right guys. So I gotta. I'm from the Bay, so I gotta show them the right locations.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Those locations, huh?
I'm trying to watch the game.
Secluded, huh?
I'm trying to watch the game. But yeah, like we were hella like, it's funny because we were just like we kind of were, but mostly me.
We were just fucking around.
Yeah, like we were just imagining, right? Just brainstorming things. Well, what if they had a game out here? What will we do? And then for them to actually like name Levi Stadium as a place they're gonna play, I was like, man, I was so happy. I like told you right when I found out. I was like, dude, like guess who's playing? Like guess what's happening? Who's coming out here? So.
Well, the mayor made an announcement, right?
Yeah, she was like, I remember.
Mayor Libby something. Libby
Schaaf.
I don't follow politics, but I think it's like Libby something.
It's what I asked for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
she was the one that announced it. And we looked at each other like, what?
Yeah, I think because they have like a kids soccer tournament.
Yeah,
in the middle of the street on Fruitvale for Dia los Muertos, and then she was trying to rally like the kids, and they were like recording a video to send to FIFA and wishing like, hey, please bring a game to like the Bay Area. And I don't know how many games are going to be out here, but.
From what I read, it might be, like you said, it might be in Mexico. They're trying to get Mexico-U.S. games. Oh. That would be
hell yeah.
I don't know. I'm culturally divided. Who do I want to win, the home country or my current?
Yeah, that's how I am. Me, it's Mexico, and then it's United States. Like that's how.
The order, you too?
That's my order.
Okay,
yeah.
That's how I have
it as well. Yeah. So yeah, if one gets eliminated, then I go for the other one. And then when they play each other, I have to go for Mexico for sure. Freaking Mexico. I mean, I love the United States and all, but
that's where we got the inspiration for the shirts. I remember that's where I was like, let's go out there and just kind of like let's think of some ideas for the shirts, because we were already planning to have some shirts out there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, those are special shirts only guests get. For now.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
So any lady gets someone to hop on and talk about.
Oh yeah. We have a male and a female.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've got some good reviews from like the female one. Not a lot, but like, oh, what? You guys have girls? Yeah. Like stuff like that. Like they're intrigued by it. So that's pretty dope.
I gave it to somebody as well. So.
Hell yeah.
It's me and my family.
That's
their
dope.
birthday.
Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah, so we'll still go. So yeah, for any ladies that want to hop on, that's for sure. That is our gift from us. And then just your time, and we'll kick and have a good. Hell yeah.
It's always a good time with us. You know how it is.
The base. Fuego en su yes.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to have it out here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure. Like for sure. I want to see. Yeah, I've never been to a World Cup game, so that would be hell though. I've been to one soccer game.
I've been wanting to. I think they had one World Cup game in the United States, but it wasn't in the Bay. It was like in the middle of the country. I'm like, how the hell am I going to go to Ohio or wherever the fuck?
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah.
But if they actually have it here, like finally, it's something I could check off my list, because it gets hella juice. Like, I don't know if you guys ever watched the World Cup, the audience, but man, it gets soccer games or football. It gets really hyped. It's the biggest sport in the world. Yeah. So all these countries, Brazil, Mexico, Spain, Italy, Portugal. Yeah. It goes crazy, bro. Does Canada have a team?
Yeah, they're actually in the World Cup this year.
They do?
Yeah, they normally don't make it, but yeah, they may actually qualify this year.
Oh, they actually qualify?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's actually gonna be dope to see. I want to see how Canada does as well too.
Yeah. Canada versus Chile. That'd be sick. Argentina.
Yeah, Mexico's first game is against Argentina.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Mexico has a crazy.
Argentina, you better watch out.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, Mexico will whoop them.
It would be good to see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta see who's playing the Mexico team.
Yeah.
Who's the goalie? That usually determines.
Yeah, I think that their defense is okay. Their attack isn't like their middle and their attack isn't like they haven't really scored any goals lately. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it's kind of like concerning. But everybody seems to say not worry, so I feel it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
For me, I'm just chilling.
We'll
I don't. People speculate like all these announcers, like, oh, this team's the best, blah blah, and then you don't really know until you get into the field or into the ring.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like all the speculation. To me, is like for me, right?
Mm.
All the speculation is like just nonsense. It's like we'll see on the soccer field. See what happens.
Yeah. So that's why I tell the honeys, don't judge me. Okay, gotta get to know me.
You and your little game. Nah, that'd be sick. So dating, huh? Let's talk about dating.
Yeah.
How should we go?
I would say let's start off with
online. Should we go in person? Should we go
I just want
dates?
I only have I kind of want to go over the main errors that men do when they're online texting for openers. I think I want to cover that from Alex's podcast. I think that's something that obviously was very impactful on TikTok and YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, I mean Instagram. We even had a lady comment on our
IG, yeah,
about it. She was giving her 2 cents. So it was pretty good. It was a pretty good video. And yeah, pretty much just the main errors that men should try to avoid when they're online dating and trying to open someone up. So I think I only remember the third one. I don't know if you remember the first two, but I remember the third one about having like long texts, like sending long texts, long paragraphs. Like
I think that was there's like 5.
Oh, maybe
it was 5.
It was 5,
yeah,
or maybe 4.
So it was. I can remember. I can remember a few of them. So one of them is like boring text. Hi, hey, what's up, cutie? Those were like, that was one of them.
Mm.
The second one, pickup lines. So like trying to oversell yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how that looks like.
You want to use like, or even standard pickup lines so people know, hey girl, you're from out of town.
Oh yeah. The
like
cliches,
that.
Right?
Yeah.
You're the only 10 I see.
Yeah. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
Oh my god.
That did work in middle school though, guys. That did work in middle school.
Light on the cheese, corn dog.
The cheese corn dog. I just want to read them off. Just like
oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that. I didn't know how far it was in.
So there's the love notes, the boring text, the pickup lines,
and then the long paragraphs. Or was it
the
love text?
That was the love notes, yeah.
Oh, the love notes. Okay.
I can't remember. Oh, the bio, referencing the bio instead of the pic. So it doesn't mean like you should be like, hey, what's up, sexy? Like, nah. Now it's about like looking at a picture and then making a comment in a unique, funny, witty way. So the example Alex did was like if she had like these large glasses, then you can make something like, you say something like, oh, check out those sexy, nerdy librarian glasses or something like that, right? Or if she has like a bunch of selfies, and you can say something like, oh, when are you gonna send me your selfie collection or something like that?
If she has selfies, you wanna tease her on that. Like, I love your selfie collection. Just kind of giving her like a little tease about her. Because it's a profile that you view and it has just a bunch of selfies of her, no nothing of her like anything adventurous or any activity that she's doing, but it's just a bunch of selfies. Then you can kind of like tease her on that. Like, I love your selfie collection.
Yeah. So that there's one more I'm missing. I can't remember what it is. So it's boring text, bio.
It's weird, bro. I remember I literally wrote them all down.
Pickup lines.
As he was saying them, but they're not in this video. What the hell?
I got 4 out of 5, so at least you gotta give me some credit there. I got some credit there.
I don't think I did.
As we wait
for the real ones. Okay, it's there.
Oh, by the way, while he looks for that.
Okay, so
you found it?
So the first one, first one are pickup lines.
Pickup lines.
These are all from Alex for Playing with Fire.
Yeah.
Number 2 are referencing her bio, like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is it's super boring, like you
Boring.
mentioned. And then send paragraphs.
Oh, it was only 4?
Yeah,
Oh, shit, I thought it was 5.
Yeah, it's 4. Yeah, so yeah. Now you got to
cool. Yeah.
Let's go.
Whoosh, like Curry.
So yeah, guys. Yeah, try to follow those rules. They tend to help, especially like the tongue in cheek type of responses. You want to kind of tease them off something that's obviously like noticeable to tease off, in the sense of like, if like the Safi collection is one example where you notice that there's a lot of it, and she'll understand why you made that type of response.
You're making it so obvious, right? Like,
yeah,
kind of give it.
Yeah, like, so when you call her on, when you playfully tease her, right, she's not going to be offended by it, because she knows that as well for a fact. Like, when she pointed out, she'll know too. Like, oh, I can see what you're saying. So she'll play it off with you, and you guys can. Hopefully, that's enough to start a conversation. And then from there, there's other tools. But
and sometimes when you shoot a message too, like, not every message is going to be a banger. So at least give it a shot. Fuck it. It's better than just being like, what do I say? Let me look 1,000 videos.
You're
gonna be stuck.
Yeah, just
on
say
YouTube,
hi,
bro.
Hey. Yeah, those are the worst. Don't say hi or hey.
Oh yeah, those are,
even if you match hi or hey doesn't work. If you do like a hey you, that tends to work. That tends to be okay. It's worked for me a lot.
Oh really?
Yeah, I just say hey you sometimes, unless I have something. But I don't do it all the time, because you can use context from her profile, not her bio, but from her profile, from her pictures, as an opening message once you get in as well.
But that has, we're already like, I feel like I hella forgot to ask them this, but I guess because I wanted to get right straight to the point. But you should do that after you've already set up. And I said this before. You should only do that after you already set up like a decent profile. So like 4 or 5 good pictures. And what Alex says usually, from what I've read and from what I've seen, is to have pictures of like you doing activity photos. So very little posing. Like, you shouldn't really have like, or looking straight at the camera. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So try to do activity photos. It kind of gives you like, it makes you seem like a real person. So it makes you seem like you're actually doing something with your life and not just posing for the camera.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's to build your profile.
Well, but you can't like, how can you expect a reply if you have a shitty profile, right? So you can't really, you got to do that first. That's why I skipped that part, because I feel like he says it so many times. I wanted to just kind of get into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't have a profile, get that straight away. Good lighting, you don't have to be a photographer, but don't be like trying to take pictures in the dark, or like lots of shadows or shit like that.
Yeah, and if you don't have somebody to take your pictures, if you have an iPhone, if you have just on your settings, when you're about to take a picture, they have an option where you can choose to set a timer. So just set the timer for a couple of seconds, so that when you take the picture, you get into your pose and then take it. Not pose for the camera, but whatever you want it however you vision the picture to be, then you can set yourself up for it. In case you don't have nobody, you can do that. Set a timer and take a picture of yourself, and bam. Yeah. Or if you feel comfortable enough to just ask a random person to take a picture of you, there's that.
That's most people will say yes to.
Yeah, they don't mind
unless they're doing something or they're running somewhere.
Yeah,
and
most people
are pretty cool.
And if you didn't ask, I wouldn't have taken the picture of those 2 honeys with the shirt. If they didn't ask us, that event.
Oh, that was a crazy.
Yeah, because they asked you to take a picture, and then from there we're like, what about us?
It was just an opportunity that presented itself, bro.
Yeah.
And
so, it works wonders.
I purposefully forgot my parking ticket just now. Just letting you know.
I feel that.
That I planned that all. It was just a plan. It was a master plan.
Yeah, no, it happened naturally though. Like we weren't expecting it. That's for me. That's what made the image sick. Was that we weren't expecting it. We were on our way out. Like, we were just gonna head home, and then we
were just like chilling at plank, and then this opportunity presented itself.
Like, all right,
cool. And you were able to hug a girl, pick her up. Remember that?
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, I'm still like, what the heck? In a cool way though, because
yeah.
Especially when she was like, pick me up. That's the only part that shocked me.
I'm like, my man. I'm like, my man. So all of a sudden, I saw you hugging her, and then I saw you like do this. I'm like, what, my man?
Hey, like you picked me up. I'm like, what? Right or? And,
Oh, that's right. That's what you thought.
yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, what does she mean? Like, she wants me to pick her up. She wants to, like, I want to go on a date, like, pick you up for a date. Like, what? And then she just jumped. And I was like, what the hell? I'm like, I'll pick you up.
Cool.
Oh, man,
that was wild.
Damn. That was a whole months ago. That's crazy.
Hard to believe, huh?
Time flies, yeah. Sheesh.
So that's messaging
Mm-hmm.
and profile.
Yeah, so you want to have good images, and then
What about a bio?
Bio.
Let's talk about the bio.
I
feel like this is probably the most difficult for men.
Yeah. The only thing I would advise is not to make it a super long. Like, don't write your whole life story, what you're looking for, what expectations, right? Delete all that. I don't know. I don't know. Just kind of make it fun. I think what a lot of people, because all
right. So what do you mean? So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So okay. So you say fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you mean by fun? So because that's what guys are gonna think.
Yeah.
They're gonna think. So okay, make it fun. What is that? What the hell does that mean? That could mean like a million things.
Yeah, I mean, just short and sweet, like in a sense of like just some of your activities, like
express your how to express
I don't know.
your
I guess
personality.
how simple I have mine is pretty much my height, what I like to do, something witty. My joke is like I'm cooler than. I did learn from somebody on YouTube though, so shout them out. But it's like I'm cooler than the Arctic, right? Like so it's like something funny, and then at the end it's like kind of a tea or not a tea, like a challenge. So my challenge is like, bet you won't message me first. But I know this other guy, Wingman Plus, shut him out. His is like, because he has hella tattoos, so he's like his challenge is like, I bet I have more or I bet you have less or like something like basically that she has less tattoos than him. Like I bet you have less tattoos than me. So that's his challenge, and a lot of his videos they seem to open him on that. Like they'll message him first about it, like, oh, you like tattoos, or no, I have more. How many do you have? Right, and it starts a whole conversation. So I think those are the key ones. Just kind of your height. I guess I do it only because I'm like pretty much 6 feet. So like,
I'm not. I'm 5'9".
So so like that's the reason why I do it.
It makes sense when you're almost 6.
So I do that, and then I just write something like I love going on adventures, or I don't know, whatever hobby you have. You can like love playing soccer, or love cooking, or love going to the movies, or love going to the shooting range. I don't know, whatever.
Chef at night, but
freaking
soccer in the day somewhere.
Scoring goals and cooking food.
Scoring goals more than one way. Winky face.
So yeah, and then I just have like something funny, something witty, and then I just have the challenge at the end, and that's basically what I have. I have it very simple, and I mean it tends to work. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not that I think I need to work. Maybe my bio needs more work. Maybe my pictures need upgraded, but I mean for the most part, I get a lot of likes. So
there you go.
So I
you tell me about your stuff.
Yeah, like I get a lot. No. I guess so, but I mean they're not like what I'm saying, they're not like 10s or anything. They're probably not 10s, but
but you do get.
But I do get.
I
do have a lot of options. Just putting it out there, not like bragging or anything, but yeah, I mean it could be the pictures.
So, no, it's just a way of just saying like you're doing something right. Yeah, it's not like you're not getting. It's not like you're getting 0.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not. I either get a like or either I get liked or match with somebody at least a couple of times a week, whether it works out or not.
What, Chispa?
So far it's been all of them.
Chispa?
Yeah, except Chispa, Hinge, Bumble. Not Tinder because I'm banned.
I feel like Chispa was hot for a minute for me. Yeah. For me, it's like it really varies from day to day.
I feel it.
Like Chispa, I'll be hot there for a second, and then I'll go to like a different app, and I'll be like hot there for a second.
Yeah. And then I tried a new one, the one you showed me, the Coffee Meets Bagel.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. I mean, I've only met one girl on there, but yeah, that one's probably like my slowest one. But I don't even know if I have a bio on there. Yeah, I didn't put much thought into it. I was just like, let me just fill out.
Most people don't. I say that. Most people don't.
So maybe I have to work on
what
that
I've seen.
But yeah, the Chispa's been like my hotspot. That one's where I have a lot. I have a lot of matches. A lot of them are just sitting there, but like, I mean, some of them.
You're a busy man. You can't just be on dating. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Doing other stuff.
So I mean, yeah. So I think it'll be simple like that. I would stay away from writing long paragraphs and expectations and all that stuff.
Wait, so you're telling me you shouldn't write your whole life story on a dating app? Oh my god.
Yeah. No.
Revelation.
Yeah. No. I would totally advise against that for sure. Yeah. Try to make it short and sweet, make it a little fun, and a challenge at the end.
Little mysterious, little fun.
Yeah, and that tends to help out a lot because, like the saying goes, women tend to look for ways to disqualify you as a potential sex partner. So, or I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but potential mating partner. So, you want to be aware of that. You want to try your best to not. You want to try your best to clean it up all the way so that you won't get disqualified, because it can be one little thing, it can be the way and it's not. I don't want to like make men get mad or anything like that, but
then you get a red card and you're out.
Yeah, like right away, like today I made one mistake and that conversation ended. It's like it's sometimes it's cutthroat like that, so then you don't get away with stuff. But no, I didn't do nothing crazy. It was just like I just I named the wrong picture, and for that I got canceled, or not canceled, but disqualified basically. So they look for any little thing, so you want to be aware of the slip up so that you can clean it up and have your profile exactly to match whatever you're looking for or whoever you're looking for. So I would say that for sure. Yeah. And then
there's always more around the corner. I mean,
yeah. No, it's not a bad thing. It's just I'm just giving a personal story.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, a personal story for them to know,
learn from the mistakes and all that.
Yeah, and just to take that, if they want, take that advice so that they don't do that mistake. Like just to be on it for sure, because you never know.
Yeah. Boss babes.
What about you, man? You have any tips, any advice you think?
For
online dating, or if you want to move on to dating?
I feel like I feel like you do. I really don't have good. Like I'm working on getting better photos of myself because I don't take very much photos of myself, and the ones that I have are either they're okay, but they're not like. Yeah, I just need better photos. I go out a lot, but I just don't have I try to be in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's what I need to work on. Oh, yeah. That's why I'm telling the guys yo, work on your photos, because I've seen results for you example. You actually get good results because your photos actually look good. My photos are I would say they're B.
They're okay.
They're not C. They're definitely not C, but they're definitely not A. I would say they're above average.
Yeah, I would say so. If you had to letter grade them, I would say
like a B,
a B or a high B. 86, 87.
Yeah,
you're up there. They're cool. Yeah, they're not bad.
So that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Hinge for me, for some reason, Hinge for me is not the best. For some reason, it was a few years ago, a year or two ago, before the pandemic. So maybe a few years back, I was getting a lot of messages on, and I don't know what. I think it's because a lot of men got into the Hinge, and so now it's oversaturated. And so I'm maybe my competition is a lot better. So I don't know.
You're the best, man.
Or you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
You're the best.
It could, that's what it could be. I'm just speculating. So yeah, but I'm on Hinge, Coffee Meets Bagel, and this is one called Filter Off, which is kind of cool. That one you can video chat, date stuff, but it's not very popular, so that's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not on Tinder. I'm not on Bumble. I don't know. On Bumble, I never really had good experiences with. Bumble. So I would get likes, but none of the girls would actually message. So I was like,
that's the thing about Bumble.
Why even be on here? Why?
If you guys match, they have to text you.
Why?
They have to message you first, and if they don't, the conversation ends I think 24 hours, right?
Yeah, 24 hours. So, but don't get me wrong. To me personally, I was just I like to be the one in the lead. So to me, it's also there's that too. Where I like to be the first one.
Yeah.
So when it took me a long time to actually use Bumble. When I finally got it, I'm like, cool. I got matches, but nobody wants to message. So next.
Yeah. What was the point of that?
Yeah, exactly.
Man. So and then was there any tips that Alex gave for? Actually there was for in-person approaches, talking to girls, meeting girls.
No, we were mostly talking about online game, frame. What else? Yeah, it was mostly online and frame control.
Yeah, we'll probably have to go in those ones more in depth, on a different video. I think, just so we can cover that whole
Like frame control?
Frame control, and then also to like
I'm still learning about it too.
What's the word? On like qualifiers too. I think we need to go in depth on those too, because the thing with games is there's so much like
there's a lot of terminology, and then once you understand the terminology, there's a lot of concepts, just like anything, right?
Yeah.
So once you understand what a frame is, then you got to understand the different types of frames. What's the best frame? What's what frame should you avoid? What frame should you use?
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of terminology and a lot of little things you got to understand.
Yeah, frame, shit test, qualifiers. There's a lot. I know it's like you gotta take a whole course on this.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta take a whole course just to learn game. Like, man, I thought it'd be way simpler. Right when you think like you have it mastered, something happens that like you're like, oh nope, I'm still a student in the game. There's still more to learn. I mean, you always have that mentality, but just yourself as you're trying to see yourself progress, like you're like, whoa, you realize like, oh man, there's still more to this than I thought.
When you realize you learned it all, another thing comes up, and you're like, oh sheesh.
It's like I still got more to go.
I think a good person to have on, if we, when we get to that, I think for cold approach would either be, I mean, Alex is definitely good, but I also would like to hear like either A.G. Hayden or Austin Summers, I think his name is. Mm-hmm. They're all part of the same group, so I feel like they do more cold approach. So it'd be interesting to hear their perspective and give tips for men.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can hear from the masters.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be dope.
I want the best for our audience. I want for people that have just done it for so long that, they're no bullshit. They're not trying to sell you $1,000 course, or they're not trying to grift you to like sit for their OnlyFans or anything like that. So I want people that are just high caliber.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They live with high morals. They want the best for the customer, and they ain't trying to like milk the shit out of them at the same time.
Hell yeah, man! You give me the right.
Nowadays, everybody wants to milk the shit out of you, bro. Gas out here in California is $6 a gallon, bro. What the fuck? Eggs are like $5. Like, what the fuck? What's going on? So it's hard for the middle class out here. So to have somebody to actually care about the consumer and actually give a good price is very meaningful to me.
Yeah.
And I want that to mean a lot for our audience as well.
Yeah,
pass it on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll try to get more masters at the crowd, ones that are like way advanced, so that you guys can get no BS. It's all factual and good practical advice.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So you can improve and learn at the same. You can learn and you can improve if you whatever.
And practice too, right?
Yeah. Because with knowledge without practice, like no point.
Which is wasted knowledge.
Yeah, it's no point.
Mm-hmm.
You got to. Well, shit. It is worth it, man. It's worth it.
It's just worth it just to have good game all around, right? So good online game, and then also good cold approach. Because as a man, you're gonna get a lot more no's than yeses. So why not increase your opportunity or chance, right, to actually get a yes? Yeah. In every aspect, be well rounded.
Tell you, that's true. That's the thing for men. That's it's cool, but it's also a bit unfortunate in the sense that like we as men have to learn game. We have to learn this type of technique, build our charisma, learn how to conversate with a woman that it works enough for them to like us. Like we have it pretty hard, so we have to learn tough. You know, our journey is way tougher than a woman who like every dude is just lining us to get with them. So it's just like
I wouldn't even see it like that. I would see it like you talking to a woman. You like, in a sense, it's going to be a lot tougher for a guy. But those skills you can also use it in other areas of your life. So maybe learning the skills of how to talk to a woman or whatever, you can use that to learn how to conversate in general, and then you can be a good conversationalist and you can have more charisma. Or like, let's say you're learning to negotiate, whether in terms of dating, right? You're learning how to negotiate like time, place, logistics. Well, that's going to help you in other areas of your life, like being on time at work or like that kind of stuff. So I don't even say it like that. It's just learning the necessary skills to have a good life as a man. So those same skills that you learn in dating can apply to other parts of your life. That's that's how you gotta look at it, I would say. Yeah, I mean, we do have it tougher. But I mean, you just can't complain about it. Like, what, like,
Oh yeah,
so
no,
what?
no, yeah, of course
You know what I'm
not.
saying? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
with,
nothing to complain about. No, at all. No, I just mean like in general. Like, yeah, that's just how it is. Like, that's that's the hand with up.
oh yeah, and
Yeah,
and that was
that's all I meant.
Now I'm gonna ask Daddy like when she comes back on.
Mhm.
She's gonna come back on again. We're gonna have her on again. But I do want to ask her like a simple question. If she does watch this video, maybe she can answer it next time. But one of the questions that we hear, or one of the topics that we hear in, I hate using the word manosphere, but I'll just use it. In the manosphere or in dating, or right.
Mm.
So like there's two camps of thought, right? So there's one camp of thought that says there's this whole thing of like vulnerability, right? So there's one camp of thought that says you should be vulnerable to your woman because that shows strength, because showing your emotions is a way of showing strength, and trying to be stoic, it just makes you look like makes you look I don't know, inhuman, or it doesn't make you feel real.
Mm-hmm.
And that opening up and allowing another person to be part of your life is showing inner strength and showing vulnerability, blah 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 blah, right? So that's one school of thought. Another school of thought says being vulnerable to the woman that you're with is actually detrimental, because now she's going to look at you. She's not going to say that, but in the back of her head, she's going to think of you as a she's going to have doubts about your masculinity, in the sense of like, how can you handle stress, or how can you handle when life throws things at you, how can you handle it, right?
Yeah.
She might look at you at a different light, and she sees like, oh my God, this guy can't handle like work, he can't handling the bills, this and that, and then now I got to start doing, and then we go down that rabbit hole. So there's a whole like school that says you should, as a man, you should only talk about your problems with other men. That way, when you come home, you can be the best man you can be for your woman. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Like on the chat, or on the comments, like let us know. Like, what school of thought do you think? Do you think a man should be vulnerable with his lady, or should a man only be vulnerable with his other man and just bring peace at home? So there's two schools of thought right there. Let us know.
Yeah, not a great question. Yeah, for sure.
What do you think? Like, if you had to lean one way or the other, like, which school of thought would you say you?
Yeah, I lean more towards men, like talking about the problems with other men, with your friends or your family, like your brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely lean more on that side, because, like you mentioned, if you every day, like if one time out of the month you just happen to, complain about something that happened at work, it's just bothering you, you need to let it out,
Mm-hmm.
then, I don't think it's a problem. But if you continuously do it, like, yeah, you start being looked in a different light. You start losing that provider role. You start losing that, like, sexiness to you that makes a man, like, women want to be attracted to a masculine man. And if you're considered as somewhat feminine, like, this guy can't control his emotions, this guy can't handle pressure, this guy, how's he supposed to take care of me, or even our family, like, or our children, if life really hits us out of nowhere? Like, what is he gonna do? Complain, scream, like, not know what to do, stress out? Yeah, I think that's why you would try to bring fear into your woman's mind. You don't want to scare her. You don't want to give her any worries and doubts about yourself. So that's why I would lean more towards, talking to the man, so you can let all that out. And you mentioned this already off, off air, but yeah, just men are more direct, so they're going to tell you what it is. They're going to try and give you advice and tools to solve the problem, or at least put you in the direction to solve your problem. Because sometimes you as a man have to go and solve that problem on your own. I ain't gonna get these stuff like that.
Yeah, seek counsel, right? And sometimes the best counsel is other men, because they're, like you said, as guys, we communicate very directly.
Yeah.
We don't know. Women communicate subtly and invertly, communicate directly and overtly. So that's why you're telling me. But again, like, what you're thinking about, and why I tell you.
Thinking about?
Earlier, you were saying that, like, sometimes you feel like when men have to say something directly to women, they take it in an offensive way, when it's really not even meant like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I guess my thing that I noticed, like, with society was pretty much that, like, when men are being scolded on, or they're getting like truth, honest advice from another male, like, people just turn the other cheek. They don't. Not that they don't see the harm, but they don't. I guess they don't really care. They more see it that, hey, it's a man. He can deal with it. Like, he can deal with it. Like, he's a man. But if that said man try to give that same advice to a woman, then he's a misogynist. He hates right. He's a misogynist. He doesn't care about her feelings. Like, he's hurting her mental health. Like, it just becomes a whole double standard. And to me, I feel like that isn't fair for men. I know that's kind of changed the subject, but that was pretty much my point. That, like, it's a double standard of how men's mental health is viewed as opposed to a woman's. And not that I, like, am angry about it. I mean, it is what it is, but I just feel like, for me, I'm more sad about it, because it's just like, man, like, men are expected to look this way or be this certain way. And I guess if that's how society views it, then, like, I guess that's kind of the reason why men talk to other men, because, like, I can't do this to a woman, or they already view me a certain way. Like, so I have to go talk to men because they understand that, like, they understand that. So we can talk about that problem or our issues there and then. So, yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking.
And I was saying, like, that's exactly what I was saying. And I was saying, I think the reason why that is because us men, when we talk very straightforward. Yeah. We don't, like, do all this stuff. Like, women are very good at having conversations, and they can talk about, like, multiple subjects. But also, women are very good at, like, protecting the feelings of the other. And sometimes in doing so, they don't want to say the honest truth. They might say other things here and there, like, let's say she has a friend that's, like, overweight, and instead of saying, hey girl, what I'm saying, you gotta hit the gym, you want to get a good man, you want somebody who's going to be able to keep up with you. You want to be able to keep up with him and stuff like that. Hey, let's go hit the gym together. Let's do this. They're not going to say that. They're going to say, oh, don't worry about your curves, girl. Fuck men ain't shit. Like, just do you. It's okay to eat all those hot Cheetos, girl. Just keep doing you, girl. Just, fuck those guys. They gotta love you for what's inside, not what's outside, girl. Like, no, like, if it was her brother wouldn't say that to her. Her brother would say, you know what? Sorry, gordita. Like, you gotta, like, if you really want a good-looking man and you want this high caliber man, well, guess what? Those men are not going to be eating Cheetos. Those men, the ambitious men, are going to be, like, working out and doing all this stuff. So you're going to need to be able to keep up with him. So maybe, start off, like, cutting out some of the junk. Maybe go hit the gym. Maybe do this. And it comes off direct. It comes straightforward. And she's not going to like it. Initially, it sounds like, oh, my God, like, what are you doing? But you got to be direct with them. You can't always feel can't always be thinking about someone's feelings. Sometimes you got to say, fuck your feelings. The truth outweighs the consequences of protecting your feelings. So directness can come off very straightforward, edgy, very, like, fuck your feelings. And so some women can be taken back from that and don't know how to react. It's not a reaction. It's just supposed to be a kind of like you're supposed to take it in and just kind of swallow it. It's a hard pill to swallow and just kind of, take care of it. I think that's what it is. So it's like miscommunication, one, and it comes off because it's so sharp, or so blunt rather. It comes off like you don't care about the other person, which in reality you do.
Yeah.
So I think that's, like, miscommunication, not all that stuff.
Yeah. I think another point too is that a man, we tend to hold ourselves accountable. Like, if we have homies, we all hold ourselves accountable. Like, if we mess up, we try. I'm not gonna say always, but if it's like real important stuff, we tend to hold each other accountable. Like, we, like, hey, you're messing up. Hey, you're not on the right path. Hey, like, gotta get your stuff together. And then with women, if men try to hold women accountable, it's like World War III. Like
the fences are on.
Yeah, it's like they're the ones who like are the victims. They're the ones who are being attacked. They're the ones. But it's like, and then kind of how you said, and women, when they talk amongst each other, they don't hold themselves accountable, and they don't speak the truth to each other. So, like, that's one thing I think that's kind of missing, and I think that might be a reason why men and women argue a lot. But I feel like I mean, if everybody was accountable, I think life would be more smoother. But, but that's my utopia.
But here's my counter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I love what you said about how like when men in their own social circle they're direct, when women are in their own social circle they're indirect, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is where I'm going to push back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, and sometimes men can be part of the problem, and here's what I mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
So some men, I'm not going to say all men, but there's some men out there that are so desperate to get with the woman, they agree to every single thing a woman says,
mm-hmm.
and will literally buy them anything.
Mm-hmm.
When they should have been punished, they're getting rewarded for their unacceptable behavior. So a woman's going to think, I can get away with this, especially if she's a pretty woman. I can get away with this. Oh, I slapped a guy and he gave me chocolate. Oh, I did this and I got rewarded. Us guys is the opposite. When we face reality, there's real world consequences. And reality will check us. If you're fat, lazy, and stupid, no girl's gonna want to be with you, and you're gonna learn real fast that you're making a lot of mistakes, and you need to make a change. But again, if a woman is similar, she'll still get a guy. So they're no matter what they do, when you tell the woman you can do no wrong, then how are you supposed to have accountability if you're always getting rewarded for behavior, good or bad, right?
Yeah.
So that's part of the reason too. Like, there's guys out there that will literally give a fucking their left nut or the left arm for the woman because they're so desperate.
Yeah, they don't even want them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you said, if they don't tell women or they tell women they can't do no wrong, then yeah, I mean they can get away with everything pretty much. And then, but once you do that, and then that's when they start to yell. That's when they start to make this noise. That's when they start to blame men and that they hate women and all this, like, yada yada yada. It's like, no, it's like, you're not supposed to be doing that. Like, that's the thing about men. We hold everybody accountable, man or woman. We don't give a fuck. Like, if you're fucking up, you fuck it up.
Yeah.
We're gonna hold you to it. I wouldn't say if you're a real man, but if you're a man and you at least understand like what is right and what's wrong, like, because if you're like blue pilled and like, obsessed woman and like you're like creepy and stuff like that, like you're never gonna see that.
Skippy.
Skippy.
Sorry, buddy, but nah, buddy. That's not how life works, buddy.
You guys are on the Oven Preach reaction.
Yeah, there's 7 videos. Okay, I watched them all. I showed him once. Yesterday.
I think too. Oh man. So like, yeah, to them they give men a bad rep for sure. But yeah, that's the thing that's the one thing that's cool about men is that they hold everybody accountable. Like, men as men and men among men, they hold each other accountable. Or
maybe we need to continue to do that because we kind of slipped off a little bit.
I think so, yeah, because like as men, like we try to, it's just in our nature to like want to take care of our woman, want to provide for her. Like, that's just in our nature. Not like, oh baby, you okay? Did you slip and fall?
No, just like,
but you want to make sure you have money at the house so that she doesn't have to worry. You want to make sure she's okay. You want to make sure she's comfortable. Like, that's just in our nature. So sometimes it gets taken for granted, and those women or whatever. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that like, that's just in our nature to do that. So like, in order for I think I lost it. I fucking lost it.
So it's in your nature. Then let's get back. So maybe is that why? Because of that, it's because that's why we are accountable.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Damn it! I had it in I should have never said that. I guess I think I have it. I'll try. I'll talk slowly so maybe I can find it. Yeah.
Take your time. There's no rush.
So yeah, like naturally we want to be like, we want to be a man's man per se. Like, we want to be, somewhat like man, or basically we want to be
ladies, man.
We want to be masculine. We want to be, in our masculine. We want to be the leader. We want to direct how everything goes. We want to be, we want to do that because the masculine energy is a little different than when you are a provider energy, in the sense of like, you're a little bit more caring. Your defense kind of goes down a little bit, right? You're not like super strong. You kind of like, you like lower your strength by just a little bit. so that you
Maybe
can
your guard.
your guard. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lower your guard a little bit just so that you can, you can be there to provide for your woman and kind of have that empathetic feel, empathy towards her, and to keep even that like love going, right? Like we naturally want to do that as men. So to go against that is kind of like it's tough on men, and we have to, and it's just like I'm still fucking losing it. My point is that I don't know what the hell my point is now.
I love the tangent. I love it.
But pretty much, yeah, we just want, we just tend to hold everybody. We just tend to hold everybody accountable, and I think that's pretty much cool. If it comes back up, I'll talk about it. But
I guess for me, like I said, we slipped up a little bit because, I mean, now we're coming back to it, but I think it's a little too late. But I think as men, we kind of slipped up a little bit. We kind of got a little selfish in the sense of we all focused on our own inner like wants, and we forgot to like hold men accountable. Like, if somebody's fucking up, and then I'm just gonna say like Skippy, right? Just as an example, right? Like this is an example. I'm just as an example, right? Yeah, this is for Skippy. This is for his own good. Like, if he had a best friend and he showed him what he was doing on a date, on all this stuff, and his best friend was a real man, his best friend would have told him, hey, like that behavior is unacceptable. Like if you're going to continue to do this on a date, you need to get some help. Like this is me concerned for your mental well-being. And not only that, but the way you come across isn't any masculine at all. It's coming off as friendly, nice guy, creepy. Like it's coming off like almost like every horror like movie leading up to like the fucking psycho scene, like so like what I'm saying, like there's no accountability there, and that's why there are people like that. So I don't know, like hopefully if he ever does listen to this, he needs to get like some help,
or at least I would preach somebody, man.
Listen
to somebody, man.
Somebody that can help him out. But in that sense, there shouldn't be men like that, but there are, right? Obviously we can't, it's very difficult to hold 4 billion people accountable. There's 8 billion people in the world.
Yeah, no, you can only do so much,
right? So, but you can at least say, somebody could at least told them that, hey, blah 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 blah, do this, don't do this, don't do this, do this. So there was like a slip up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, somebody did that, or también maybe he just didn't want to listen, and that's also an issue too.
Stubborn,
stubborn, and just like didn't want to listen. So I mean, there's that too, but
that's true. I didn't think about that, but
yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know. I guess people have their own beliefs. I don't know. I think Jack Harlow kind of said it well. I don't know. Jack Harlow, he's like a rapper, he's kind of famous now, but I don't necessarily agree with it 100%. But it was a good point though. He pretty much said that like, because they asked him like, oh, pretty much like saying like, there's like simps out there, like how could you help him? What advice would you give him? And he pretty much said that like, hey, there's just gonna be some people who have it in the sense of like are masculine, and there's just some who aren't. And I don't, like I said, I don't necessarily agree with it 100%, but I see the point in the sense that like, I know that's not what he's saying, but the way I interpret it is like, you're only going to be at that level because of you. If you want to be a man's man, then you're going to have to do the change. And if you don't, then you're going to just be seen as a statistic pretty much. I would
say if you're going to be a student, then listen to the master. That's what I would say. In the sense of like, there needs to be somebody who's doing really well with women or with dating or with finance, whatever that mastery it is, right? Whatever skill you mastered. And if you're seeking the knowledge to be, and you're seeking that knowledge to be with the master and maybe one day to eventually supersede him or her, then you should listen to their advice and not just, what do you mean I need to do this? What do you like? No, bro, like that's, you're there to learn. Like, don't act like entitled. Like, you know what I'm saying? You are not your thoughts. You can change your thoughts. It's like, that's my thing. Like, if you're going to be there to learn, then learn. Don't just ask to learn, get knowledge, and then refuse it just because you don't necessarily agree.
Yeah, you have to try it.
Yeah, exactly.
And like you said, you have to change your thoughts too. Like,
that's if you want to be a student, right? Again, like, I'm not saying every man is going to want to be a student, but those who do, be open-minded, so when that knowledge does come, you can accept it and make your life better. Because That's the point, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Accountability, man.
Accountability, man.
Accountability is the word of the day.
That goes for everybody.
Yeah.
Not just man, woman too. You're messing up then.
So that's one part, right? That's the fact that sometimes men don't hold each other accountable, and sometimes women don't hold each other accountable. Right? That's one part.
Yeah.
Another part is like, if you watch some of the movies that are on TV, bro, or just like in Hollywood, like they give really terrible dating advice. Really terrible dating advice. Like, what did you just say? And Playing with Fire actually did a recent video on it.
Oh, snap. Nice.
And I think I sent it to you.
Yeah. I started it, but I haven't finished it.
Man, he goes through it, and it's like, no wonder there's so many fucking guys that don't know shit. Like, imagine like, you know, for whatever reason, you end up in a fatherless household, whatever. You got shot, went to jail, he's deadbeat, whatever, right? So, like, and you're in a community of that. Well, guess what? Like, your only form of entertainment or knowledge is either television or the internet. So imagine, like, you know, imagine you're watching movies and you're on these forums and you're getting this, like, what do they call it? Confirmation bias.
Mm-hmm. Is that when whatever you believe in, you search?
Yes.
And you don't like listen to other ideas or opinions?
Yeah, you only seek the information that you only want to hear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's say, like, so you see these movies and they're fantasizing that there's this little dweeb and he just does these three things, and all of a sudden he's a fucking man in the suit getting the hot chick, rolling off into the sunset, like, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, you hear the story, and it's a very not toxic. It's a very parasitic mindset to have, because then you start to think, oh, that's what I need to do. It's what Gad Sad would say, like, it's a parasitic thought, right? It's a thought that just stays in the brain, doesn't go away. It's like, so it just, like, and then you continue to watch this, and this isn't just one movie. It's almost every single, like, rom-com or every single, like, horror movie or every single, like, it's always that narrative. It's the same narrative, and you see it in movies, not just movies, but television, YouTube, like, and it continues to cycle. And so if your only knowledge or the only thing that you're watching is that, subconsciously you're going to think that that's how you're supposed to be as a man. And so you don't have that direct mentorship. You're having indirect through the TV, like, mentorship.
Yeah.
And so, like, I mean, would you be surprised that a lot of men have approach anxiety and can't, you know, don't have sometimes the courage to go talk to the woman? Is it surprising? I would say no.
Yeah.
I would say no. It's not surprising at all.
Yeah, no.
So that's why, you know, I'm trying to encourage this information, so that way men can go out there and do approach girls, even if you get denied, because you're going to get denied like 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, especially when you're starting off.
Yeah, you're going to fumble up and stuff like that, but as long as you're still in the process and you grow through the pain, just like building weights.
Hell yeah.
You know, you go through the pain and then you get bigger muscles, but if you don't, then you don't get bigger muscles. There's simple as that.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
So,
how are you supposed to build that muscle if you don't even work out?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a 6-pack, but I ain't gonna do no ab workout.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a 6-pack, but I'm gonna just drink this milkshake and comfort myself, and just massage myself.
I could do it.
Yeah. Just the secret is just gonna come out from the heavens, and you're just gonna wake up with a 6-pack just like that. So I mean, it's not surprising. That's how
not for the 100%. Oh yeah, because I mean, that's even how I started. I think I started off like I knew what to do. I don't know. I was nervous. I still get nervous now. Like, especially if she's out of bad. I'm like, I mean, I still go talk to him, but I still get nervous at first because it's like she's hot. Like, and that's good. I want to feel nervous. Not anxiety, but I want to feel nervous because not a lot, but I want to feel a little bit because
a little bit of stress is good.
Yeah, because I feel like I still like it. I still like meeting people. I still like just conversating with random people. Like if I had a little bit of nervousness, then that means I still like it. I think he's arrested Chris Jericho. I think he said that. I think that's where I got it. I'm trying to remember where I got it from, but when I heard that, I was like, yeah, like I gotta feel at least a little bit because I don't feel nothing. Then it's like a relationship. You stop feeling feelings for the person you like whoever you're in a relationship with, then maybe it's time to go. Like there should be a little bit of fire. Not like you have to still be madly in love, like infatuated and all that, but you still gotta be like, you look at them like.
Well, I mean, there's stress. When people say, like, for example, stress, right? People always associate stress with negativity, right? But stress, there's actually a good side of stress. There's de-stress, which is what most people talk about, the negative side of stress. But there's also eustress, which is the stress that wakes you up to get out of bed, the stress that kind of wakes you up to go and say hi, like you said, go up to talk to somebody. So, you do need a little bit of stress in your life. Just like you do need a little bit of suffering, you need a little bit of challenge. If everything is comfort, then why even do anything, right?
Yeah, comfort.
Comfort is the kill of anything.
It may feel good to you. It may, I swear, because I have been comfortable for like the last month. But I tell you, man, it sucks. Like I felt like I wasn't doing shit. Like, bro, we were still working on podcast and stuff, but inside I was like, bro, I'm dead. Like, what am I doing?
Approach.
And no, in general, like I just got. I was like, I'm so comfortable, like I'm good, and it's like it's so bad because you, man, to lose that drive is like once you start getting it back. Like right now, I'm slowly getting back to it. Like, oh man, even though I'm like, nah, I got shit to do, that discipline, it feels way so. I don't know, it's like a better high than being comfortable, in my opinion.
Well, because I think part of the reason, I'm not saying this is the entire reason, but part of the reason is the fact that you overcame all the bullshit that you were already planning to put for yourself.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like,
I like how you said it. So how like comment. I was like, oh, that's dope.
You overcame all the bullshit that you were gonna say to yourself. So, like, for example, like,
okay, I got it.
How would I say? There's every reason in the world not to leave that. There's every reason in the world not to leave your place.
Yeah.
Right. You might get run over by a car, you might get struck by lightning, a bird might shit on you, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But and you're making every excuse. Oh, but I don't want to get up. Oh, I'm feeling tired. Oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. Oh, like every excuse, even that's some that are like crazy, right? But you still went outside to go out there and walked and did 10 minutes of walking, right?
Yeah.
You feel better of yourself because you knew that you were going to make every single excuse, but you did it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could have been somebody else who made every single excuse and cave in, right? So that's what I mean by that. Like you knew that you were going to make excuses, and you still overcame it.
Yeah.
And because of your determination and discipline, you overcame everything that you were going to throw at yourself.
Hell yeah.
That your biggest enemy is not outside, it's within your mind, right?
It's your mind. There's like a quote I read. It's like, good discipline gives you a better tomorrow. And it's true. Every time I'm like, I'll hold it off till tomorrow. I'm like, let's do it. And I do it. I'm like, I'm so glad I did it. And I'm like, I got to do it again, whatever. But no, it feels way better. Then I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow comes, I'm like, shit. Damn, now I
could have done it.
It's like, damn, now I got like not responsibility wise, not like paying bills and all that. No, I try to stay on top of that. But I mean, I guess more so like working out and stuff like that. I would just use that as an example, just because it's simple. Like, like I know I have to do like an ab workout, and I'll be like, oh no, I'll do it tomorrow. And then when tomorrow comes, then I have that battle. Like, damn, I knew I should have just done it yesterday because it would have been easier to do it today. Now it's a struggle for me to do it today, but however, I got to do it because I said I was. And then you kind of do it, and then it's like, it's not the same. But if you would have done it yesterday and then you did it the next day, it's like, damn, I just did it yesterday, so this is going to be nothing.
Twice the results. You would have got twice.
Yeah, so it really makes your next day simpler for sure. So, yeah, discipline's hella sick. And I forgot all about it. I had lost all my discipline. I got hella comfortable, bro. I was like,
and we talked about this. We talked about this in one of the podcasts. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, it's somewhere there. Yeah.
But it was one of the podcasts where I talked about my JROTC experience. And how that was one of my favorite experiences. And I feel like there needs to be something like that in every high school. A JROTC as a program and other things like that. Like, has to be guaranteed 1 year, no bullshit. Like, every guy has to do it. I don't care if you're 300 pounds or if you're 250 or 150. You got to take something where you have to do something. You have to get up early. You have to wear either a uniform or something. You got to do, exercise, like something that kind of puts order in your life.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that really helped me put order in a lot of things. Hindsight is always 20/20, but that I almost thought of joining the military. I almost thought of joining the Coast Guard because of that. But it really puts virtues into your life. It puts discipline. It puts everything in order. And it's like we need that back because I feel like we're getting way too comfortable like nowadays. Here in the U.S., I don't know about other parts of the world, but here in the U.S.,
it's way easier to get comfortable. All you have to do is drink a lot of alcohol, eat a lot of fast food.
Yeah, really,
and mess with a lot of girls.
Well, you don't even have to like.
I mean, it doesn't look like there's necessities of men.
You could do everything on your phone, right?
Yeah.
And when there's no challenge, then.
Yeah, like and that too. Yeah, and that too. There's no challenge. There's no like. It depends how competitive you are, but it is not be over competitive. But it is nice to have a competitive drive because it brings out the best in you. Like to me, when I'm competitive, I'm like I think that I'm on my best. Like. Not that anybody, I've lost being competitive, because...
Competitive with whom? With yourself or with others?
Both. I like competing with others, though, because I want to see how good I am. But but I also like to, because, I've always been a competitive guy, but I used to be worse, though, when I was young. But, yeah, like, I used to be like, you fucking suck, like, see me. I was talking hella shit. Now I'm just like, mentally, I'm like, I got this. Let me compete, and then
let's see how you go.
Yeah, I let my actions do the talking, and then if I smoke you, I'll smoke you. If I don't, I don't. Not drugs though, just whatever the competition is. But yeah, and then with myself, I think I try to compete with myself, but I don't think it works. I think what works for me is just more having discipline. I guess that would be my competition, competing against my old self. I would say. Not letting that guy beat me.
For me, I guess for me it's competing with myself. I think that drives me more than competing with others. Even though I like to compete with others sometimes.
Yeah, no, yeah. Hell yeah. I think I got more into it because of this at Apex, they made a mobile game of it. I guess it's just like an online shooting game.
I've heard about it, right?
Yeah, they made it they have it on the console, but they made it for mobile. And like when I'm not like trying to compete against them, I get dogs like ridiculously. Like, bro, I suck. And the moment I'm like, oh no, screw that. I gotta show them how good I'm. Not like I gotta show you I'm better than you, but me like pushing myself, like, bro, come on, like whoop these guys. You know you can. Damn, my game just like that. I'm just like hella hella alert, hella in it, looking everywhere, checking out the whole scene. Like I'm so on it.
That's funny.
And that's what I think that kind of started building a little bit of that competitive back. I was like, oh,
the drive.
I needed this. Yeah.
The drive.
Yeah. Because I stopped being hyper competitive because it did become like toxic, bro. You're talking hella shit.
Well, like anything, right? Like when Kevin was talking about like Aristotle's virtues.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
There's a golden mean, right? So if you're overly competitive, then there's that toxic, like I don't say toxic. There's that negativity of like I hate using that word. I'm trying to like get rid of that word.
It just reminds me of the story that happened to you.
Oh, bro, yeah, you can tell if you want.
Okay. No, I want you to tell us your story.
Bro, it's so crazy.
If you want to go to, but if you want to finish, point, go ahead. But it's just when you say that, word, it always makes me better. I just saw how I laugh.
All right, I'll finish this and I'll say it. So. I hate using that word so much, and I'm trying to get it out of my vocabulary. Because what the fuck does that mean? You can mean a million things. Toxic is the only thing that you find in Venom. Say
that's what I always thought it was,
right? Or spiders. That's toxic. People are not toxic, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, he talked about like the Aristotle golden mean, right? So if competition is good, but if you're overly competitive, you're like the asshole. If you're under competitive, then you're not really going to get any resources or anything. So. You always want to, or you're going to get lazy and complacent. So there's that middle ground of competition with yourself and with others.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's right. That's where I try to be at. Like I'm not like if I beat you, I'm not like you fucking suck. I beat you. It's just like hey, good game. Like
here's an example, right? When you're on the job market, you're competing.
Yeah.
You're competing with yourself and you're competing with others.
Yeah, that's true.
There's very limited amount of slots of jobs, and you're competing with everybody else. So why should you get the job and not the other 100 people, right? If you want a better job, if you want a better house, if you want a better life, if you want a better dating scene, there's always competition. It's just knowing how to find that middle ground of competing with others and competing with yourself.
Yeah.
But you can't overly think about it, right? If you think about it, you're gonna go crazy. Like, oh my god, like there's this one girl and 10 guys are hollering at her. What am I like?
Oh no.
Like, you're gonna go crazy.
Like you can become. I think maybe it's a little different, but like you can be obsessed with your craft. Like I think a lot of the greats, like I always just relay that obsession with like sports, like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, like even Steph Curry, even LeBron. Like these guys are so obsessed with even Kevin Durant. Like they're so obsessed with the game that like that's their whole life. Like they focus on everything, all the movements, all the plays, the right calls, when to get in the right positions to score, block, etc. But they're obsessed with it. But you know, for the most part, they are hyper competitive. Like they are really hyper competitive, but only in that sport. Like I think outside of it, they're just like, you know, normal people living their lives. But in that obsession, they're there. So I think it's okay to have that obsession, but I think it goes too far. Yeah, when you're like it spills onto like your life and you're like overly competitive about everything. Like, oh, I tie my shoe faster than you. Oh, $5 is bad. I tie it faster. Like, I don't know. He's like, bro, I just tied my shoe. Like, I think that's like, that's crazy.
Over competitive.
Yeah,
under competition, under competition, everybody gets a trophy, right? Participation trophy. Over competition is like you're the asshole and nobody wants to be around you. So then, like, you can't compete anyway because nobody wants to be around you.
Yeah.
So it defeats the purpose.
Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah,
my
exactly,
story.
Yeah.
All right, so the story, right? So I guess
if you want, I mean, let's chat more about it, but maybe we can finish it off with this story. It'll be actually dope.
Finish it off here.
Yeah, because again, dark, so the light's gonna.
All right, I guess we can finish it off here.
This would be cool then. But if you have a little more to talk, I just think about the lights on.
All right, we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
All right, so I was thinking. All right, so. I saw this girl on OkCupid, and she was an attractive. I showed you like a picture, and so I was like, she says something in her profile like, something about chaos. I couldn't remember exactly what she said. She had it on her profile, on her bio, and I was just jokingly like, I was just like thinking of like Jordan Peterson and just like that kind of stuff. And be like, it's kind of, and thinking back, it's kind of whatever. It's whatever. So I just said, I could be your order to your chaos or something like that, right? And this woman took it the wrong way, all the way. Like she was starting to say, like, I forgot I forgot what exactly she replied, but she was like, and then I replied back. So I don't remember that message that she said. I don't exactly remember what she said. And
I think she said something like, what do you mean? Or like, what does it say? Like, I need order in my chaos, something like that. Like,
oh yeah,
like she tried to like we thought it was like she was giving you like
so I was sharing the text with you because I wanted to like get your feedback. Like what's like she just said chaos. Like her whole profile just said like something about like it was like one line. She had like 4 pictures or whatever. And I'm like, she's not really giving me much, but all right. And her pictures weren't even that great. They're just like one good picture, I think. But I was like, fuck it. And so I said that. Then you said, exactly. She said, oh, what exactly on my profile? Something like that. Yeah.
I remember like.
No, that's exactly what you said. And then that's what I said. Something about ordering. Like, I don't know exactly what I said. I said something about like, well, having ordered, you know, like. You seem like very spontaneous, and you seem like you thrive in chaos. So let me put some order back into your life, something like that. And then she's like, she said,
I didn't know the punchline.
She just said, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she was super upset that I said that. She got all like offended. Like and remember, she put this on her bio, on her profile. And she got super offended. She was like, something. Oh, you need to check your toxic calmness. And I guess we're not compatible or something like that.
I was like, what the hell?
Dude, that was the first time I heard of toxic calmness. I'm like, that's right, toxic calmness.
So even if you're calm, you can still be called toxic.
I can still be toxic, bro. Even if you're fully in your masculine.
Oh my boy, man.
You can never win.
It's like, bro, what?
I didn't even, and like I said, that's exactly what I said. It says something about like, oh, you seem spontaneous and chaotic in your life. You just need, a little bit of, let me show you to put some order to balance it out or something like that. And then that's what she got like all offended. all of a sudden social justice warrior type.
Toxic calmness.
Toxic calmness, bro. That's a thing, apparently.
Sheesh.
And on that note,
Oh man.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah. We made it like
we make it like an inside joke now.
We do that now, bro. Keep the toxic calmness down. It's too much over here.
I'm just too calm.
You're just being too calm.
I'm just being too calm.
The way you sitting down on the couch, you're being too calm.
I'm being too calm, bro.
That's so dumb and so messed up. Oh man. Yeah, I guess we just close out then.
All right, cool.
I guess on that note, guys, thank you.
Gracias.
Yeah, thank you. If you guys watch this video later, for sure. Thank you. Again, if you guys can, subscribe, like, share this with your friends. Have a good laugh with us. But
don't be toxic calm.
Don't be toxic calm. And if you're able to make it to the parade, for the worst parade, go have fun.
We'll see you out there.
On that note, Fuego's out.
Sonrisa. Hasta luego.
Peace.